All right, let's jump straight into this explainer, perfectly tailored for your JSS 2 civic education revision. Whether you're gearing up for exams or just, curious about how our society actually runs, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're taking your class notes and bringing them to life. We're going to look closely at the very foundation of how government operates, especially as it applies to us right here in Nigeria.
So, here is our game plan for today. We're hitting 3 main stops right from your syllabus. First, what exactly is democracy? Second, what are its key features? And finally, what are the actual benefits?
Okay, let's tackle part 1. What is democracy? Understanding the roots. To really get this, we kind of have to take a quick trip back in time to ancient Athens, Greece. That's where the word itself was actually born. It's a mashup of 2 ancient Greek words. First, you've got demos, which literally means the common people, and then kratos, which means rule or power. So you put them together, and it simply translates to rule by the people. Pretty straightforward, right? It's an ancient idea, but man, it is the absolute bedrock of our modern world.
Fast forward a bit, and we get this incredibly famous quote from the American President Abraham Lincoln. He defined it as the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It's super catchy, sure, but it also carries a ton of weight.
Let's actually break down what that means in real life. When he says of the people, he means the government literally belongs to you, the citizens. It's not the property of some king or a military ruler. By the people means that we, the citizens, are the ones who actually choose our leaders. And for the people, well, that means the government's entire job, its only job really, is to work to help and protect us. It's like this perfect circle of responsibility and care.
So, if you need a rock-solid, simple definition for your exams, here it is. Democracy is just a system of government where the citizens hold the power to choose their leaders through voting in elections. That's the core of it. The ultimate power? It sits right there in the ballot box.
Moving right along to Section 2. 8 key features of democracy, or how to spot a democratic country.
Think about this for a second. If you're looking at a nation, like our very own Nigeria, or honestly anywhere else in the world, how can you tell for sure it's a functioning democracy? What are the actual signs? Your notes give us 8 specific features to look out for.
Let's hit the first 4. Number 1, regular elections, meaning citizens get to vote for leaders at fixed times, just like we do here in Nigeria every 4 years. Number 2, a choice of parties. You need multiple political parties so voters actually have real, meaningful options. Third, and this one is absolutely huge, the rule of law. This means the law is completely supreme, period. Nobody is above it, not even the president. And fourth, human rights. Citizens have to enjoy basic, everyday freedoms, like the freedom of speech and the freedom to move around.
All right, here are the last 4 features. Number 5 is independent courts. Judges need to be able to hand down fair judgments totally free from any government pressure. Number 6 is minority protection. Now, obviously, the majority wins the election, but the rights of the side that lost, those still have to be totally protected. Number 7 is leader accountability. Basically, leaders can't just do whatever they want. They have to explain their decisions to the public. And finally, number 8, public participation. A real democracy only works if we, the citizens, actually get involved by voting, debating, or hey, even running for office ourselves.
Which brings us to our third and final section, 8 benefits of democracy and why it matters.
We really have to ask ourselves here, out of all the ways you could possibly run a country, kings, military rule, dictatorships, why is this specific democratic model considered the absolute best? Let's unpack the 8 big reasons right from your syllabus.
The first 4 benefits are really about protection. First up, freedom, safety. This system actively stops wicked or overly powerful rulers from just abusing ordinary citizens. Next is total equality. I absolutely love this one. It doesn't matter if you're the richest person in town or struggling to get by, every single adult gets exactly 1 vote. Total equalizer. Third, no permanent dictators. Thanks to term limits, the system legally stops one person from clinging to power forever. And fourth, peaceful changes. When it's time to change a bad government, citizens use voting cards instead of weapons. That is a massive, real-world benefit for the peace of any country.
And rounding out the benefits, we have these last 4. Number 5, wiser decisions. Because laws have to be openly debated before they're passed, it really helps catch and prevent super costly mistakes. Number 6, citizen voice. It literally gives the everyday, common person a say in how their own country is run. Number 7 is fixing mistakes. Let's be real, sometimes voters get it wrong. It happens, but in a democracy, you can just peacefully vote them out in the very next election. And finally, number 8,
peaceful dialogue. When big disagreements pop up in society, they get settled in courts and through discussions, not with violence. So, as we wrap up this explainer, you've got the whole picture, from those ancient Greek roots all the way to the core features and real-world benefits. But I want to leave you with a thought, especially as you think about your own future civic duties here in Nigeria. Knowing everything we just talked about, how do you see democracy playing out in your own life, right in your own community? When your time comes, how are you going to use your single, equal vote? Something to think about. Study hard on these notes, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.